that he missed it.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
And the first half ends in a close one. Trailblazers out in... And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Well, for the Heat, they've really struggled against Lillard.
16 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, trying to pop him open.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Miami, Bosh and the Birdman, Chris Anderson at the 4 and 5. Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. And it's Dang in the 3 slot.
Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Thomas Robinson, once the number 5 pick in 2012, but he's bounced around a bit in his young career. He said, "I'm not going to play the victim. I'm a grown man. I didn't come into the league with the right mindset, but it's a good thing. It matured me as a person. It humbled me. I just have to play with emotion and make people know I'm on the court." Guys?
Yeah, with his hard-charging style of play, it makes sense. Thanks, Doris. And now with the Big Three era coming to an end, Miami now perhaps one of the more hated teams around the NBA, but Clark, they are still at the forefront of the league's scene in the East.
And while they might have lost a bunch of the bandwagon fans, by no means is this team finished with being a title threat. There's just too much talent on this roster, and for the first time in a long time, they might enjoy being viewed as underdogs.
Whiteside's checked in for Miami.
Aldridge can do so many things on a basketball floor. It shouldn't really come as a surprise when he switches his style up. Last year, he played a lot more with his back to the basket.
And to add what you said about Aldridge, the years before his last season, he tended to face up to the basket and Clark shoot over people, which was fine as he was so gifted at it.
But I think with the change to the Blazers' offensive schemes and just the way the team wanted to approach the season, they needed more of a back-to-the-basket guy, and Aldridge was as dominant as ever stepping into that role, in addition to still being able to knock down that face-up jumper.
Miami no good on that time either.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half. No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Matthews into the lane. Here's Batum. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Did not need 2 hands for that slam.
So he can save the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
Right.
I like it, Kev. Just switch it up.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Chris Kaman's checked in for Aldridge. Leonard comes in for Thomas Robinson. Jarrell Wright's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And McCollum subbed in for Wesley Matthews. And Miami also making a switch. Rangers checked in.
Shooting for Portland.
And while we have a moment, let's check out the breakdown for Damian Lillard. What a run he's had. The past few weeks have been just tremendous for him. He's averaging 26 points per game, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. He's been at his most dynamic, no question about it. Almost impossible to handle.
Yeah, I agree. Not the guy you want to have to go up against right now. I mean, who knows when he'll cool off. These runs of his can last a while.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Ennis.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down. Now, Portland, Oregon is a very different kind of NBA town, a popular motto around here is keep Portland weird. So a sort of counterculture that the fans and the citizens of Portland embrace. But it's a one-team town, and fans have always shown incredible support for their beloved Blazers.
Good. Now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Just ugly shooting for him so far in this quarter. 1 for 8.
Chalmers' shot is no good.
Now, he hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Lillard attacking. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. Tremendous stuff from a guy Clark we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move, and 2 big points, too.
Allen Crabbe, he's checked in for Lillard. Chris Anderson is checked in for the Heat. Haslam comes in for Danny Granger. Chalmers passed to Wade. Back to Chalmers. Launches it. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Anderson dishes to Wade. Good ball movement here by Miami. And Chalmers kicks to Anderson.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
Back to Matthews. Launches it. The offensive rebound. And he gets it to go. Aldridge has got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Wade with it. He's got 12. Haslam a screen. Wade drives in. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wade's got 14 points.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
For Portland, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Well, you look at the numbers, 79% as a team on the season. That's very impressive.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Here's Cole. The forwards are Batum and Thomas Robinson. Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backfield. And it's Aldridge in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Norris Cole played his college ball at Cleveland State, but was a state champion at Dayton Dunbar High School. He's a quick scoring guard who the Heat bring in off the bench not only to push the tempo offensively, but to provide some real havoc defensively.
Chris Kaman is checked in for the Trailblazers. The Heat also with a sub. Whiteside's checked in for Chris Anderson. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all there. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
Now Golden State's starting five. Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Green is up there with Maurice Spates. And it's Curry in at the point guard.
Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Cans it from downtown. Thompson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Dang gets a wide-open look. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Curry with a wide-open look. A quick shot there, and it's off target. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Now the Warriors moving it up. Thompson with the ball. Now the pass to Barnes. Back to Thompson. Beyond the arc. And it's D. Wade with the rebound.
Well-contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things. You know, for Dwayne Wade, he's an athlete who's grown accustomed to having his personal life and his public life intersect. But he's found a way to turn that into a positive, selling the rights to a sitcom based on his experiences as a player and a parent.
David Lee's checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Klay Thompson. Wade drives in. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. 6 points for Wade.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out. Oh, ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time.
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again. Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Dwayne Wade over the last 4 years adjusted beautifully to playing off the ball alongside LeBron James, and that was not easy, folks. He actually became one of the game's best cutters during that time. Now back to his old ways, playing with the ball in his hands a lot more. Still shooting well.
Had a chance to check out some of the stats on Mario Chalmers. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 7 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Those aren't bad numbers, but they're not the kind that are going to earn a lot of extra minutes for him either.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if he wants to play a bigger role, a larger role on the team,